Have you ever felt stuck in life, like you're not living up to your full potential, and every day feels like you're battling a weaker version of yourself? Imagine if you could kill that weak version and become someone you respect, someone who is constantly improving regardless of obstacles. Today, we're going to talk about how Stoicism, specifically the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, can help you kill that weak version and embrace a stronger, more resilient self. Hello and welcome. In today's video, we're diving into the timeless philosophy of Stoicism and how it can transform your life. More specifically, we'll explore how Marcus Aurelius's teachings can guide you toward defeating the weak version of yourself, the version that hesitates, gives in to emotions, and struggles with adversity. This ancient wisdom is as relevant today as it was over 2,000 years ago, and understanding it could change how you approach every challenge in your life. Why should you care? Because deep down, we all know that growth requires change, but change is hard. Stoicism teaches you how to face life's challenges head-on without getting lost in self-doubt or fear. And the best part? You'll feel empowered and capable of becoming the person you were always meant to be. Section 1. The control you have over your cell phone. Of the first ideas Marcus Aurelius teaches us is that we only have control over one thing: our response to the world. Life throws obstacles our way, but how we react is entirely within our control. In his meditations, Marcus often reflects on how we should focus on mastering our reactions, not the external circumstances. Think about a time when you faced a setback, maybe a job rejection, a difficult breakup, or an unexpected failure. It's easy to feel defeated, but in those moments, you're only giving away your power by reacting emotionally. What if, instead, you acknowledged the setback, accepted it as a part of life, and then chose to move forward with a clear mind? By doing so, you take control over your responses and start killing the weak version of yourself, the one that constantly reacts out of frustration or fear. Now, let's take this idea a step further and talk about how we can become aware of these reactions and learn to change them. Section 2. The importance of self-discipline and resilience. The next lesson from Marcus Aurelius is about resilience, the ability to endure hardships without breaking. To kill the weak version of yourself, you must cultivate self-discipline and perseverance in the face of adversity. Think of the ancient soldiers who trained day after day to endure hardship, from long marches to brutal battles. They didn't wait for life to become easy. They conditioned their bodies and minds to withstand discomfort. Similarly, in our modern world, we often shy away from discomfort. But true growth happens when we push ourselves beyond our limits. Imagine you're in a gym, lifting weights. The muscle you're working doesn't grow in the moments when you're comfortable. It grows in the moments when you're pushing past your fatigue, when you're on the edge but refuse to quit. That's what resilience looks like. It's about doing the hard work even when it feels difficult. Now that we've established the importance of resilience, let's talk about the role of self-awareness in all of this. Section 3. The power of reflection and self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius repeatedly encourages us to reflect on our thoughts and actions. The key to personal growth is to recognize where we fall short and take active steps to correct ourselves. Consider a day when you were particularly angry or upset. At the end of the day, if you take a moment to reflect and ask yourself, why did I let this affect me? What was within my control and what wasn't? You can gain valuable insight. By practicing this type of self-reflection, you not only learn about yourself, but also begin to eliminate the weak reactions that hold you back. But it's not always easy to engage in self-reflection, especially when we're caught up in the chaos of life. Let's discuss how we can overcome these obstacles. Section 4. Contrasting Stoicism with other philosophies of self-improvement. While Stoicism offers powerful tools for personal growth, there are other schools of thought such as positive thinking or mindfulness that also promise self-improvement. Some may argue that Stoicism's undetachment can lead to emotional suppression, while others believe that embracing emotions fully is the key to healing and growth. Let's think about the difference between Stoicism's approach to handling emotions versus more modern approaches, like mindfulness. Stoics aren't about suppressing emotions, but about controlling them. They teach us to acknowledge emotions without letting them rule our decisions. On the other hand, mindfulness emphasizes fully experiencing emotions as they arise. Both philosophies have their merits, but when it comes to killing the weak version of yourself, Stoicism's focus on rational control over emotional impulses might be the key to finding strength. Section 5. The role of purpose and meaning in life. One of the most profound lessons Marcus Aurelius teaches us is the importance of having a clear purpose in life. He often reminds himself, in meditations, that he was born to do what his nature demands, essentially, to fulfill his role in the grand scheme of life. In our modern world, many of us often feel disconnected or unsure of our purpose, leading to frustration and a sense of aimlessness. Think about a time when you felt truly passionate about something. Maybe it was a project at work, a personal goal, or something that just felt meaningful to you. When you engage in something with purpose, you naturally feel more focused, energized, and fulfilled. Now, contrast that with the feeling of drifting through life without a clear sense of direction. Marcus teaches that to kill the weak version of yourself, you must align your daily actions with a greater purpose. This doesn't mean you have to change the world overnight, but finding purpose in the small things can help you focus and become resilient against the obstacles that life throws at you. Having a sense of purpose is essential, but what happens when things don't go according to plan? That's where our next lesson comes into play. Section 6. Embracing impermanence. Accepting change and lost life is inherently unpredictable, and no matter how much we try to control our circumstances, things will inevitably change. One of the key ideas that Marcus Aurelius emphasizes is the acceptance of impermanence. Whether it's a person leaving your life, a job change, or even your own physical decline, everything is temporary. Take, for example, the story of a great tree in a forest. For many years, it stands tall and strong, weathering storms and providing shelter to animals. But over time, the tree begins to age, and eventually it falls. It doesn't fight against its inevitable decline, it accepts it, and in doing so, it becomes part of the cycle of life, nourishing the soil for future growth. Similarly, when we face personal loss or the inevitability of change, we often resist, feeling frustration, anger, or sadness. But by accepting impermanence, we become more adaptable and less controlled by fear of what might happen. This brings us to the idea of facing our own fears, a topic Marcus Aurelius delves into deeply. Section 7. Facing your fears. The importance of courage. Courage is a central theme in Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius believed that every obstacle in life is an opportunity to practice courage, and this is key to overcoming the weak version of yourself. But courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the ability to act despite fear. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at a vast ocean. You might feel the fear rise in your chest, thinking about what could go wrong. But courage doesn't mean the fear goes away. It means that you make the leap anyway. It's like learning to swim in that ocean each time you face a fear. You build resilience and confidence. Let's say you're considering starting a new business, or perhaps even asking for a promotion at work. The fear of failure can hold you back, keeping you stuck in the same place. But true courage is taking action despite that fear, knowing that even if things don't work out, you've gained something valuable in the process, experience, and growth. Now that we've talked about fear, let's look at how we can overcome some of the common obstacles to self-improvement. Section 8. The importance of discipline in daily habits. Marcus Aurelius frequently emphasizes the value of daily discipline in shaping our character. It's easy to say you want to improve or become better, but true change happens in the small, consistent actions we take each day. Developing self-discipline allows you to break free from the cycle of procrastination and short-term gratification, ultimately helping you kill the weak version of yourself. Consider the habit of exercising. It's not always easy to get up early or push through a tough workout, but every time you do, you reinforce your ability to take control of your actions. The same principle applies to any goal, whether it's reading more, working on a skill, or taking the time to meditate. By setting a routine and sticking to it, you build momentum toward your goals, and eventually, the weak version of you fades away in favor of someone more determined and strong. Building discipline is a vital part of improving yourself, but let's not forget about the importance of reflection and learning from our mistakes, which leads us to the next core concept. Section 9. Learning from mistakes and failure. Failure is an essential part of the Stoic mindset. Marcus Aurelius believed that we should not fear failure, but rather view it as an opportunity for growth. Each mistake is a chance to learn something new, refine our approach, and come back stronger. Think about Thomas Edison, who famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Imagine if he had given up after his first, fifth, or even 1,000th failure. Each failure he encountered was an opportunity to learn, and that's the mindset Marcus Aurelius encourages us to adopt. Failures don't define us, they teach us. Have you ever failed at something important to you? Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted, or a personal project didn't work out. Instead of beating yourself up, Marcus Aurelius would advise that you take a moment to reflect. What can you learn from this experience? How can you use it to improve and come back stronger? Finally, let's talk about the inner dialogue that can either help or hinder our growth, as Marcus teaches us about the power of thought. To summarize, we've discussed 3 core concepts that can help you kill that weak version of yourself: the power of controlling your reactions and responses, building resilience, and self-discipline to endure life's hardships, the importance of self-awareness and reflection to keep growing. Remember, Marcus Aurelius didn't live a life free of struggles. He faced wars, political turmoil, and personal loss. Yet, he chose to focus on his internal responses and his own growth. He didn't let his circumstances define him. By adopting this mindset, you can start becoming the person you admire, the one who remains strong and calm regardless of life's challenges. Now, it's your turn. Reflect on your life. What's holding you back? Are you allowing the weak version of yourself to dominate? Leave a comment below with how you plan to embrace Stoicism in your own life. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on self-improvement and philosophy. Before we go, I want to leave you with this final thought from Marcus Aurelius. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If you want to change your life, start by changing how you think about yourself and your challenges. The weak version of you will always fade when you choose to be stronger, one thought at a time. Thank you for watching, and remember, you have the power to become your best self. Now go and make it happen.